Welcome to another segment with David and myself. I'm going to show you another way to protect you from more gallons. You're outside, you're breathing the air, you're eating this shit that they've got more gallons in. And excuse the language, but that's what it is. It's just shit these days, organic or non-organic. It's all crap or nonsense. All right, you're having respiratory issues. You can't breathe. Okay, 3 o'clock in the morning, you're waking up, and all of a sudden you're gurgling and you're coughing up a lung. Your stomach is sore and everything else. That's because at 3 o'clock in the morning, when your sleep is supposed to be at its deepest, if you're not being harped to pieces between 2 and 4, a lot of you are not sleeping, right? Between 2 a.m. 4 a.m., you're not sleeping. You're half awake, you're up all night because you're being harped. Or you're having those damn smart meters pulsating 9,600 times more energy than a cell phone. And so you're getting hit with that. And you can get around that too. I'll show you that later. All right. So what happens is, okay, you are breathing in chemtrails. You're eating chemtrails. Okay, in your food and whatever. Okay, so you will have polymer buildup in the respiratory system. You'll have polymer buildup in the sinus cavity. This is why you're having constant colds and infections. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to start changing the dynamic of what you're doing. Okay, we're going to nebulize your air or aerosol your air. What that means is basically we're going to take a solid material and turn it into a vapor. Now when you turn things into a vapor, you absorb more of that, whatever you're doing. Bypasses the digestive system and the immune system. So now, what you're doing will be in the air. You go outside, you're breathing in fungi, you're bringing in bacterials, microbes, viruses, whatever. So now you have to create an area or an environment or a domain where you will start breathing in things that's going to neutralize or negate these funguses, these bacterials, these virals, these microbials, and even parasites. Okay? So here we have a humidifier. It's a cold one. This doesn't produce hot air. I'm going to show you how you can now turn that into a weapon of mass healing. See, I was going to say mass destruction here. All right. What you're going to do, for those of you who are asthmatic, bronchitis, you are going to use aspirin. All your aspirin. Even if it's generic, read the label. As long as it says aspirin on it, acetylsalicylic acid. Again, if you're in the United States, United Nuclear does sell it. If you can't find it there, go into these farm places where they sell horse aspirin. It usually comes in about 15-gram tablets. Powder them down. Only use small amounts. You don't need to take the whole 15 grams. All right. You take a little aspirin. You're going to use distilled water, or de-distill, as the French would say. I know I butchered that one. I'm good at that. So, anyway, I do speak another language, but French isn't it. So, and it's not street language either. I do speak that too sometimes. You know, somebody can really annoy me. I can tell you what I think. All right, pour it in. Pour in your water. We're gonna fill that up. Now you can put colloidal silver in here, and I would encourage you to do this. Okay, and even if you're using a 30 part per million colloidal silver, this will have some benefit because now you're going to absorb more of the silver. But if you're going to use colloidal silver, I definitely would tell you very strongly and encourage you very, 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 very strongly, 70 parts per million or higher. I can't get nothing. 70 parts per million or higher. Okay, anything less than that is a waste of time. Now, I've been getting flack on the YouTube because I made a colloidal silver and everyone's worried about this and worried about that. The research states on colloidal silver, doesn't matter which form you use, ion or the colloid, whichever way you want to go, what causes you to turn silver is sunlight. All silver becomes a salt that goes to the skin. Oh, it doesn't matter which one. And if you overuse it, it's not what type of silver you're using. So this will alleviate some of you because you're hearing so much bullshit on this thing with silver. It's not the type of silver you're using, it's the amount of silver you're using. And if you're using this stuff daily, you are going to create a photo image of silver in the skin, because once the sunlight reacts with it, it's where you start to turn blue. The people that have started turning blue were using excessive amount of silver.
Well, I've seen even the documentary with that blue man. No, maybe not a documentary, but a show, and the guy was drinking it like water.
Yeah. So when you're using anything that's high-powered, iodine, GSE, B propolis, your silver, your colloidal gold, your colloidal copper, any metal or mineral you're using, don't be stupid with it. Look, I'm in this industry, and I've said it before, it's a prostitute today. These people will tell you any shit you want to hear to sell you stuff. I don't care if it's a doctor on TV, and that's the worst ones. The doctors on TV, they are the worst ones. They will sell you all kinds of horse shit. Anybody that's selling you a product, especially when it comes to metals, okay, and minerals, you have to be aware that anything you overdo, iron, copper, whatever, is going to have a side effect. I don't care what you use. Using colloidal gold affects the spine. It can make the spine better. The signaling pathways from the brain to the spine work more efficiently, makes the brain work better, helps heal the bones more efficiently. But there's a drawback to using colloidal gold. It can shred your kidneys if you use too much of it. Same with silver, same with copper. They all have their benefits, but they can also be a problem. I'm a bigger fan of iodine myself. I would rather you can use up to 2 grams of iodine if you needed to treat different pathogens without any side effects. But it can affect you too if you take too much of it, like anything else, okay? Even essential oils, they're one of the most potent healants you can use. Too much will kill you. Too much of anything will kill you or hurt you. So this is where common sense or wisdom and application starts. Any new format you do, I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care if it's some jackass on TV saying I'm Dr. Kaboozy and I got a certification saying that I can kill you. See, I've been certified to do this. I can cut you open and give you drugs that will barely keep you alive. That's what I'm certified and qualified to do. That's what they can do today. Okay, those guys, you really got to take with a grain of salt. They are not there. They don't give a rat's backside about you. Some company comes up to me and says, I want you to endorse this product. It doesn't do jack diddly for them, but I want you to endorse this product, and I'm going to give you $1 million. Now I'm on TV saying, hi, my name is Dr. So-and-so, and I inject my daughter with vaccinations, and I'm going to sell you this bullshit product because you need to listen to me because I have this piece of paper saying that I'm a certifiable something or another. Certifiable butcher. So listen to me, because I don't have a clue what this shit does, really. And I've never been trained in any of this, so I don't have a clue. But you got to buy this from me because I'm on TV and I need your money. That's what it's about. Same thing with the radio. You got a lot of these jackasses on the radio, and then these gurus with the superfood and the vegan thing and the soy thing. They don't have a clue. They really don't. And all they want is you to endorse them so they can maintain their platform or their little, what do you call that on the church where they have the little thing?
Cults?
Huh?
Altar?
Not the altar, the podium.
Oh.
Podium. They want to maintain their podium. Okay? As you can see, I'm in a health food store. And I've shown, you see the products. Do you see me selling you anything? I'm showing you how to get around some of this. Now, nobody in this industry is going to do that for you. And the reason why I'm doing that is because of Agenda 21. This has been going on for 3 or 4 years. And you're losing your venue to these things that do work, that can heal your body. They can H-E-A-L, your body. That word is still in the dictionary. They can correct ailments and imbalances in your body. They can do this, okay? These words are still in the dictionary. You can't say that. If you come to me, I can't tell you that these things will heal your body, because if I do that, it competes with the drug industry. And the drug industry, oh no, we can't lose our $33 trillion a year or $35 trillion a year money-making thing. And everyone says, well, it's all about the money. No, they have all the money. It's all about your life and you're controlling you. Money, the banks have all the money. They've always had all the money, okay? Everyone says, it's all for the money. Really? How many of you have money? That's why you watch these videos, so you can save some money here. All right. So we got the water in there. So now we're putting iodine. Now, again, I put in there? No. Okay, I put in about 20 drops, or I just figure out what I want to put in there.
That's precision right there.
Precision. See, the reason why I'm doing it that way is because a lot of you are going to say to me, well, I want to build a rocket ship here to the moon. It's not rocket science. This is going to aerosol or nebulize. I want this in the air. Now, back to your asthmatics. You want to put the iodine in there. Why? Because iodine kills viruses, bacteria, fungal, parasites. It gets mercury out of your body. It removes aluminum out of the body. It acts as a chelator. It supports the thyroid. It protects you from radiation. Okay, you're out the side and the chemtrails are above you. You know, you see the X's and the lines and the squares, and then 22 hours later, that shit comes down. You're breathing in radioactive material. So you need to take something that's going to protect your thyroid from radiation. Simplest way of doing it. Okay, simplest way. You're going to aerosol it. Now I add vitamin C to the thing. Watch what happens when you add vitamin C to iodine. It clears it up. See how it's clearing it up? So now you're not going to stain, you're getting vitamin C in the air as well. We are going to add aspirin to it. Just a little bit. Dun, 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 dun. Very little. Boom, put it in there. They have found that those of you who breathe in aspirin, who have asthma, bronchitis, all of a sudden the bronchial tubes are not inflamed. I do like one drug. I really do. I actually like some drugs. Okay, I'm a druggie. I gotta tell you, I'm a druggie. Okay, I do like aspirin. I do. I think aspirin is probably one of the things that they went whoops and it got away from them. Okay, now you'll hear all this horse shit about aspirin causing all these side effects. When you take any aspirin, take it with magnesium. Okay, take it with magnesium or take it with a calcium. No more side effect. Okay, everyone's worried about the hemorrhaging of the stomach and blah blah. Take it with magnesium. Okay, you will not have those issues. This 81 milligram horse shit that they're selling you out there has got polymers in it. And I'm saying to you, don't use that crap. Better off that you buy a 300 milligram aspirin, crush it into a powder, and then you divide it like, oh, about the size of your finger there. That's about 50 to 80 milligrams. That's all you need. Okay? Now, let me show you another segment where we're going to treat rheumatoid arthritis with this. Now, you got that in there. Now we're going to put essential oils in there. I'm going to use balsam fir. You can use peppermint, thyme. Thyme is stronger than oregano. Okay, I'm a bigger fan of thyme than I am of oregano. If all you got is essential oil of oregano, put it in there. Okay, so I'm going to put in 20 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 20 drops.
21 I saw.
Okay, 21.
Got to keep you accountable, Tony.
All right, I know, because somebody's going to say, is this safe? All right, I'm going to put cedar or tuja in there, all right? Cedar or tuja is probably one of the strongest essential oils you're going to use. It's up there. So, again, respect it. I do not want you to fear any of this. You are going to get medical people that come on my webpage. They're going to try to put the fear of bullshit in you. And those guys really need to give their head a shake. One guy was asking me for my references, and I couldn't believe this guy says he was medical. And I said, I'm not giving you any references. They're already in your archives. All you got to do is go look at them. He wouldn't even take the time to look at them. And this is what's going to be practicing medicine on you today. Dumbasses like this who could not find a shoelace on a shoe. You couldn't tie your shoe with Velcro. I mean, this is how dumb these guys are. So again, don't listen to these guys and don't allow yourself that luxury of fear. You don't have to be afraid. I'm showing you how to do this. I'm still here. I've been in this industry. I've been doing health stuff since I was 18 years old. I'm not dead yet. And I look better than most of these people that are practicing medicine. And this is supposed to keep you alive. Okay. Now, tuja. This one probably about 4 or 5 drops. It's like I said, it's strong. Am I in there? Uh-oh, here you go out. I run out. And if you run out, no big deal, use something else. Okay. Oh, shit. Thing lied to me. All right. We can always dilute that. Anyway, now I'm going to add lemongrass. Why am I adding lemon? Now, these things will kill MRSA. If you got MRSA floating in the air, it'll kill it. Okay, lemongrass, again. So now 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. All right. And some people tell me I have an opinion. Ooh, that's saying it mildly. Again, being in this industry, I have more than an opinion. This industry has been taken over by the drug industry. Bayer just bought out Schiff. I believe it was Pfizer that bought out New Chapter. I forget who bought out Alistair. It was another drug company that bought out the vitamin C. Eventually you'll see these things become adulterated with horse shit and junk. I wasn't a big fan of some of the supplements anyway, of some of these companies, but now they're going to get worse. And what they're going to do, since they can't regulate them out of your existence, they're going to take over and adulterate them. And again, I was talking to a buddy of mine out west named Brian, because we collaborate on the chemtrail stuff and more gallons. And he was telling me that he heard 12 years ago that they were going to infiltrate the health food industry and cripple it. Well, guaranteed it's been happening. All right, I'm going to have peppermint in here. This is why I tell you to read your labels. This is why I tell you to understand what the hell you're reading. This is why I tell you to understand what you're taking so that you do not get caught up on a bad end of a stick. So we're going to do about 20 of this. I lost count, so I'm just going to guesstimate now.
That's about 20 right there.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. See? Thanks for keeping an eye on me.
There it is.
All right, now, I do add colored silver to it, so I'm going to add one. Oh, heck, you guys are low. I'm going to add 500 parts per million. Now, there are some of them out there saying you can't get 500 parts per million. Even the military is making silver above 70 parts per million. So when everyone tells you that you can't make it above 20 parts or 10 parts or whatever the hell they're 30 parts, that's a lot of horse shit too. So again, it's unbelievable. So I'm just putting a bunch in there. Okay, that's probably about 40 drops. Now, you're going to produce silver iodide in the air. You're going to add vitamin C to it, and you've got the essential oils. When you're doing this stuff, you're going to find it's going to break up your sinuses. I had some congestion in my sinuses, and when I started doing this, after about the third day of doing this, all of a sudden it let go and it released. And when I blew my nose, I saw plastic polymer material coming out of my sinus cavity. That's why a lot of you are having problems with blocked sinuses, because of the polymers you are breathing in the air and the biofilm that these things are releasing inside you. This, basically, that's all it is. Give it a bit of a shake. Okay? Oh, it's bringing a leak on me. That's why I'm having a problem with this one. Okay. Oh, I gotta seal it up. Okay. But that's it. You put it in there. I'm gonna have to switch it over.
Do you have one of those? Oh, yeah. I was going to say, it smells really nice in here. I didn't realize that you already had one of those going.
Yep. I've got this thing running 24/7 in the store. The reason why I have it running 24/7 in the store is because a lot of people come in here who are sick, and they're carrying, pathogens from the more gallons. They're carrying pathogens from whatever. I'm just going to pour the one into the other because this one's leaking. Hopefully I can do this. Okay, hold still, don't move. Aha!
There's a bit dripping out.
Yeah, it's leaking, so I gotta seal that up.
Is it cracked? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if it's cracked or just. Anyway, I'll just put a sealant on that one. See, you try to recycle as much as you can. All right, so then throw it in there. Give it a shake so it's all mixed up, and then throw it on. Even on a low setting, the room is probably about, about 30 feet by maybe 20 feet. It took 3 days, but it finally saturated the room. Now, if you have an issue going on, put it in your bedroom. Okay, put it in your living room and let it run morning, noon, and night. Use distilled water or reverse osmosis water. That's the only water you're using. Okay, don't use your tap water because you're going to spray those pollutants in the air. That will open up your respiratory system. It will protect your skin because you're going to be having this exposure. So if there's any bacterial or fungal or viral crap that you've been exposed to from the weather or from the sky, this will help again minimize this. Okay, you're going to be breathing this in. You will find that after 3 or 4 days, if you have this in your bedroom, initially you're going to have your phlegm is going to release, and you're going to feel like the floodgates have opened up. And you're going to find that the infections are going to clear up a lot faster. And you're going to find that you can breathe again. After your sinuses have been released from these polymer mucus, the mucus will be stickier than normal. It'll almost feel like a glue, literally. When it comes out, wow, I can actually breathe. I have oxygen going up to my upper part of my brain. Okay, so again, something very simple. Arm yourself. Go to any Value Village or Salvation Army or Goodwill or any secondhand place. You can pick these things up for probably about anywhere between $7 and $10, and away you go. You're in business. So, and again, you got kids this year who are going to be going to school, and some parents are going to be stupid enough to allow them to be vaccinated. They are going to be coughing up these vaccines, and these vaccines are going to spread the pathogens. This would be one way to arm your child against the pathogens that are being spread. Nobody should be getting vaccinated. That has got to be the bloodiest dumb thing ever. Who would allow aborted babies to be turned into a vaccine protocol? That's what they're putting in there. Who would be stupid enough to put in mercury and aluminum, the two most toxic metals a human being can be exposed to? One video, if you go look at the video, they show the neurons of the brain of a child go from that, because that's how they look like, to this. Who would be stupid enough to allow that to happen? Okay? I mean, this is what I'm saying.
And this is just exposure to aluminum and mercury, eh?
Just to that part of the vaccination. Hold on a second.
Well,
now in Canada, we'll talk about, I'll hit this real quick.
Yeah.
In Canada, you are not, there is no law federally that states that you have to be vaccinated. None. They cannot fire you for not getting a vaccination in Canada. And I believe in the United States, depending on the states and the jurisdictions of the states, it's the same thing. Anybody that's promoting that is promoting it based on the fear factor. Now, for those of you in Canada and in those states that in the Union and in Europe, usually there's a waiver that you can get signed. Sign off on this. So that if something happens, your kid has to go home, that's good. Let them come home. They'll be safer anyway, because what's happening is they're probably having a pandemic from the vaccines that they're breathing out and causing the infection. That's what's causing these idiotic infections. Now, let me read you some of the ingredients in vaccinations, okay? For diphtheria, okay, they have formaldehyde, thimerosal, which is a form of mercury, aluminum hydroxide, aluminum phosphate. So you combine phosphorus now with aluminum, which allows it to penetrate even better. Polysorbate 80, gelatin, animal parts. That's probably the protein again to get it to bind with your DNA. That's in just the one. Okay, let's try influenza type B. Okay, let's look at that one. Ammonium sulfate. That's brain damage. Sucrose, so we got sugar in there. Formalin, I don't know what that is. Thimerosal, again, more mercury. And a medium semi-synthetic. What the hell is a medium semi-synthetic? Do you know? I don't know. And they're going to put that in your body. They don't even know. All right. Let's look at the measles virus vaccine. We got neomycin, which is an antibiotic, hydrolyzed gelatin, and chicken embryo. Let's take a chicken and stick it into a human being. That's what we're doing. That's changing the DNA and the genetic structure of a human being. All right. Diphtheria and tetanus toxoids pertussis vaccine absorbed. Here we go. Let's take a look at this, okay? I don't know how we got from that to this, but we're here. All right. So there you have it. Aluminum phosphate, formaldehyde, ammonium sulfate, washed sheep red blood cells. Ooh, that sounds yummy, doesn't it? Red blood cells from the sheep, but they're washed. Glycerol, sodium chloride, thimerosal. Here we go again with more mercury. And we got pig products in there. Okay? Let's look at the hepatitis B. Hepatitis B, okay? Got everybody in that hepatitis B bullshit. Alright, here we go. Using aluminum hydroxide, thimerosal, thimerosal, whatever the hell, mercury, medium yeast. So we put aluminum and mercury for hepatitis B. What is that? Nothing. Brain damage, cellular decay, skeletal damage. That's what we're putting in us. Now the iodine will get the mercury out. And so when you're using iodine, use again magnesium and calcium products to restore what the iodine will be pulling out. It should pull out the aluminum too. All right. Hepatitis A. Okay, aluminum hydroxide. Phenoxyl, ethanol, antifreeze. Antifreeze. Okay, medium human diploid cells originating from human aborted fetal tissue. That's what they want to put inside you and your offspring. Okay? No wonder the medical field doesn't want to get vaccinated. Who would want to put this shit in their body? Okay, that's what this is. S-H-I-T. That's also in the dictionary too, by the way. You know, well, unless you want to call it manure. Manure in the body if you don't like the word shit. There you go. All right. Let's look at, oh boy. I mean, they're not one of these things. There was one that really got me here. Ah, here we go. IPO. This is a vaccine they're giving for polio vaccinations. You know, vitamin C cures polio. C-U-R-E, cure. H-E-A-L, heal. Those words are in the dictionary. I know you're not supposed to say those words. They're taboo. You can't say that. Oh, because if you did that, you wouldn't need this shit. Now, here's what's in the polio vaccine, just so those of you who know. Formaldehyde. Oh, we're going to embalm you before you're even dead. Okay. More antifreeze. Neomycin, streptomycin, antibiotics. Then we're getting into monkey kidney cells. Oh, don't you just love it? We're putting chicken parts, aborted fetuses, and monkey cells. And that's what's going inside of you. We're taking the human being, made in the image of the Almighty, of God, and we're devolving that life into something mutated. And then we're adding chemtrails on top of that. And we're adding genetically modified foods on top of that. Okay? Don't get vaccinated. It's not... Your body will not get afflicted with a disease unless you penetrate and then break down the immune system. And if you're adequately being fed, which a lot of you aren't, and I know this, because you're eating McDonald's and all this other shit out there, and store-bought, party-store chocolates which have nothing in them, and breads that have GMOs in them, and all this other crap and cereals, you need to eat real food. Real food. Food that has none of these components in them to maintain and sustain a good immune system. This is your alternative. The medical, this is the other thing I want to hit on too. Probably blowing this away a little bit too much. But this is the stupidity of the medical field. You have high blood pressure. And what are they giving you? Rat poison. Now, think about this for a minute. You go to a hardware store and you've got warfarin on the shelf to kill rats. And they're giving this to you to lower your blood pressure. Am I the only one catching this? You know, and then they give you a list of foods that you can't eat. You can't eat papaya, you can't eat pineapple, you can't eat garlic, you can't eat ginger, peppers, whatever. Those are the things that will reduce the blood pressure naturally without the use of rat poison. Now you're going to a medical establishment with all these pieces of paper saying that they're certified to butcher you with poisons, poison vaccines, poison drugs, and you're going to them. Time to wake up. Give your head a good shake. That's Canadian, you know, to smarten up, okay? And quit bowing to this kind of horseshit. It's going to kill you. All this stuff in the world here will not help you if you continue to poison your body. I'm giving you a simple means of vaccinating yourself without the unwanted side effects of genetic material, aborted babies, mercury, aluminum, and a whole host of other chemicals that your body doesn't need. This will do it. If you really need a vaccination, get some DMSO, put some vitamin C on there, or iodine, rub it in there, takes it through the body. You don't need to put aluminum, aborted babies, monkeys, chickens, dogs, cats, and whatever the hell else I want to put in there. Or some genetic stuff. Ooh, let's put this together and see what happens when we put it in a human being.
Two things that I am listening to in the news lately that I find really interesting. Number one is that they're trying to, it seems like they're trying to expedite as much as possible the vaccinations. Like they're making it, pharmacists now can do the flu shots. I don't know if you know, if you...
Yeah. That's so, no surprise.
So, so not only doctors anymore, but now, and not you know, like I have nothing against pharmacists. I'm just saying now they're just giving another means to do it. And number two is that they're also debating about, what was it, over 50% of the medical professionals don't want to take any sort of vaccinations, and they're going to try and make it mandatory.
See, they even know that they're pumping shit into the body. You know, when I see a medical practitioner, suppose a doctor or some sort of whatever, see, I have a real hard-on for doctors. I don't like any of them. But I do like physicians. Physicians actually heal your body. They don't use poisons or medicaments that are going to cause a problem without at least giving you the antidote to that poison if it's required. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with a physician. I like physicians. There's a lot of good ones out there. But these doctors, any doctor that would vaccinate their own offspring with this shit, okay, in my humble opinion, the pigs have a higher level of evolution than that doctor. Okay? And I'm not kidding you. Anybody that would violate their own bloodline with this crap isn't fit to be called a human being. And that's my humble opinion. Nobody would destroy their own DNA and genetic offshoots. Nobody. Not if they're human. Not if they're human. If they're not human, who knows what the hell they will do. But a real human being would not kill their own offspring. Okay, and that's my opinion. Okay, now, if the doctors are now being forced to take these vaccinations, you can bet your ass they're going to be injecting sugar water in their arms. They're not going to be taking this crap. There's no way. And there's no, like I said, a real physician is a healer. A real physician. Doctors do not heal today. Okay, majority of the doctors do not heal today. And again, I'm saying this in a broad spectrum. Okay, there are some good people in the medical field, and I will say this, there's some good intended people in the medical field. Unfortunately, a lot of them are misguided to give you a drug. They're not practicing their art of healing, they're practicing drug pushing. So, anyway, I'm showing you a way to do this as drug-free as possible. I like aspirin. I think aspirin's a wonderful thing. Now, that's my opinion. All the research I'm doing on it, I'm going to show you nothing about rheumatoid arthritis and stuff that you can use for aspirin. But that's just something you for asthmatics. And you can use it, and it's safe. You're not ingesting it. You're not going to, and you're breathing it in, and it's going to reduce inflammation, and it's going to heal your body on several different things. And it's going to clear up a lot of things. So, I think I badgered this one pretty badly anyway. All right, to your next segment, to your health. We'll see you around.